I built a turbo MR2 SW20 for $8,000, all in, car included, and nobody believed me. Mid-engine, rear-wheel drive, sticky tires, sorted suspension, fresh maintenance, and it embarrasses new cars costing 3 times as much on a back road. But here's the catch: the comments never expect. The single most expensive mistake in this whole build costs $120 to avoid, and I'll show you exactly where it hides at the end. Let's kill the fantasy first. $8,000 is not making 400 horsepower. It's not a coilover, big brake, wide body, engine swap car all at once. Anyone selling you that on a single $8K budget is either hiding the free labor they did themselves or setting you up to fail. What $8,000 actually buys is a clean-running SW20 for around $5,000 and $2,500 to $3,000 in parts. That's it. And that's enough to build something that genuinely handles. Target a 1991 to 1995 USDM car, Rev 2 or Rev 3, ideally the Turbo 3S GTE making 200 horsepower. Skip the 5S FE cars, they're slower and nobody wants them. And here's why the year matters more than the badge. The SW20 has a legendary snap oversteer reputation, and Toyota literally re-engineered the rear geometry on the Rev 3 to calm it down. A later car is a safer car before you touch a single bolt. Buy the Rev 3 if you can find one with under 130,000 miles for $4,500 to $5,500. Before you spend $1 on performance, you inspect. The 3S GTE is an interference engine. That means if the timing belt snaps, the pistons meet the valves and your engine is done. A belt and water pump kit, Gates TCK286 or an ASIN equivalent, is $90 to $140 in parts. Skip it on an unknown car, and that $120 job becomes a $2,000 to $4,000 engine. That's the mistake I promised you. It's not exotic. It's boring. And it destroys more SW20s than horsepower ever will. While the belt's off, do the cam seals for $15 to $30 since the labor's already there. Then hit the cooling system because SW20 owners neglect it religiously. All new hoses and a thermostat, $60 to $100. Fresh motor mounts, OEM, at $80 to $130 or energy suspension poly for $60 to $90 if you want them stiffer. Rear wheel bearings if they drone, $35 to $55 each. And a brake fluid flush, $15, non-negotiable. Clean car, budget $300 to $500. Rough car, $600 to $900 in parts. Do this and the car is reliable for 20 to 30,000 miles. Now the fun money. The order matters. Suspension and brakes together, then wheels and tires, then cosmetics with whatever's left. And the single most important performance dollar on this car is the suspension, because the stock struts are soft, and that softness is half the reason the car tries to kill you at the limit. My pick is the Megan Racing EZ Street Coilover, $450 to $550. Roughly 8 kilo front, 6 rear, 16-way damping and height adjustable. It is not a motorsport damper, but it demolishes stock and lets you set ride height safely. Here's the honest downside on the Megans. Some owners get inconsistent damping unit to unit. So buy from a vendor with a return policy and inspect them on arrival. Got more room because your car was cheaper? Jump to the Tein Flex Z at $750 to $900, better build, EDFC ready, more refined. Broke? KYB AGX struts at $180 to $250 with Eibach Pro Kit springs at $150 to $200 saves you $100 and works fine for a street car that never sees a track. But do not buy Godspeed or generic eBay coilovers. The community has documented seized collars and dead dampers. That's not a deal, that's a warning. The rear sway bar is the cheat code for that snap oversteer everyone fears. The factory rear bar is thin and lets the body roll around. A Cusco 20mm adjustable at $180 to $250 or a white line at $160 to $220, plus a proper alignment, makes the car predictable instead of terrifying. But hear me, you never run a stiffer rear bar without dialing in alignment. They work as a pair. Front camber, -1.5 to 2 degrees, rear the same, slight front toe in, rear toe neutral. Alignment costs $80 to $150 at a real performance shop. Never a quick lube chain, not for this car. Brakes stay simple, pads and fluid, not calipers and fancy rotors. Hawk horsepower pads, 60 to 80 a set, low dust and street friendly. Doing autocross? Carbotech XP8 for 90 to 120. Then model RBF 600 fluid, 15 to 20 a liter, boiling at 593 degrees so it won't fade on you. And do not buy drilled and slotted rotors on a budget. Cheap ones crack under heat. Plain rotors with good pads beat garbage slotted rotors every single time. Whole brake job, 175 to 300. Now the highest impact mod on the whole car, wheels and tires. The stock 14 and 15-inch wheels are narrow and tall, and they choke the chassis. Go staggered, factory philosophy, narrower front, wider rear, on a 5x1 14.3 bolt pattern. The NKRP-F1 is the gold standard, 15M7 plus 35 front, 16 7.5 plus 35 rear, and that 15.7 weighs about 12.5 pounds. That's unsprung weight you feel instantly. New set of 4 runs 680 to 800, or grab them used for 100 to 150 a corner. Before you buy a single wheel, go to threepiece.us. It's the community's most trusted fitment database, real owners submitting real data. Wheel size, offset, tire size, drop height, and whether they had to roll fenders. On the SW20 that matters because a 16-inch 8 plus 35 with 225s on the rear at a 1.5-inch drop needs fender rolling, period. Budget 50 to 100 for a roll. Skip it, and you shred tires and hear it every corner. Check the database first, and you avoid the expensive guess. For rubber, run a narrower front always. This car is rear weight biased and equal width tires, throw away your handling balance. My pick is the Falken RT660, best dry grip per dollar, about 100 to 130 upfront, a haunty to 145 out back. See wet weather, pay the premium for the Bridgestone RE71 RS at 130 to 165, better in the rain and it lasts longer. Tight on cash? Hankook Ventus RS4 at 90 to 115, just know it wears fast. All in, wheels and tires land between 200 and 1480. And if you have to cut, buy good tires on used wheels before cheap tires on new ones. Engine money is small and honest. On the NA3SGE, a cold air intake, AEM at 150 to 200, gets you maybe 5 to 10 horsepower. That's it. NGK Iridium plugs, 8 to 12 each. Install those no matter what. And a warning for the turbo crowd. Do not chase an ECU tune on this budget. A tune without upgraded injectors, intercooler, and boost-safe supporting mods on the 3S GTE Grenades engines. Leave it stock and enjoy the 200 horsepower you already have in a 2,700-pound car. Cosmetics last, with the scraps. The SW20 is already gorgeous, so restore, don't transform. Those pop-up headlights, restore the lenses with a $15 to $25 kit. A short throw shifter is popular at 80 to 150. But do not install one on a worn clutch. It just amplifies the notchiness and hides the real problem. Touch up your stone chips, clean the wheel wells, done. Total cosmetic spend, $120 to $250. This is a cared-for enthusiast car, not a show queen. And that's exactly the point. So who is this not for? If you want straight-line speed, walk away. The NA motor is not fast by modern numbers, and we didn't touch the turbo. No wing, no diffuser, a 25-year-old interior, and if the AC is dead, that's another $300 to $600 outside this budget. Inspect the rear subframe and floor pans for rust, because that's a wallet you don't want to open. But if you want a mid-engine, rear-wheel drive Japanese sports car that carves a back road better than new cars costing 3 to 4 times as much, this is the best value in the enthusiast market right now. Full stop. Do the maintenance first, suspension and alignment second, wheels and tires third, cosmetics last. Follow that order and you land right around $7,500 to $8,000 all in, with a car that turns heads at any meet. But that window is closing. SW20 prices climb every year, so if you've been waiting, stop waiting. Run your exact wheel and tire numbers through threepiece.us. Before you buy anything, drop a comment with the rev and mileage of the car you're hunting. And if this saved you from a snapped timing belt, subscribe. That one tip alone was worth thousands.